Spring break begun last week and boomers are taking over. Public business does nation service as more and more people become vaccinated, and how you can get rich quick with this one simple trick. Armor up, soldier. Let's head into battle.
Our planet is under attack. We are at war. Information and facts used to be easy, but with mainstream media minefields, who knows what the real truth is? But we do, and we are ready to defend it with you. Get ready to learn the real truth and armor up, soldier. This is the Battleground with Dean Warbler.
Good evening, night, doesn't matter. I'm Dean Warbler. Welcome back for those who tuned in for our first episode, and for those who are new, well, you're not going to understand the love triangle between me and Dr. Fart, so go back and watch the first one. I'll wait. Alright, now let's jump into a more important topic. Spring break. Yes, spring break is here for many young students across the country, and it's safe to say, it looks insane. Woo! Spring break! Slather on that Purell with the squad before we get lit, fam. But folks, the front lines are getting crowded. Young people have an opponent that is, frankly, a rival older than time. That's right. Think about raging at the beach with your unvaccinated homies, and then these newly woke boomers are in your spot, grilling and dancing to Neil Diamond. But hold on there, Zoomers. Before you slam down those hashtags on your timeline or reschedule your quarantined Airbnb, us young people have nothing to worry about. Not only are more older people going out because they are finally getting the ultra-band 5G upgrade they so desperately deserve, but because they are going out in record numbers because they are finally can. But with vaccines becoming only more and more available, it's only a matter of time till the Zoomers take to the streets again. And that looks unsafe. I understand. We just partied too hard. So why not give those opportunities to those who want to come out in the real world and live life with us during spring break? Won't stop people from going up on the stage, but it'll at least stop the diseases jumping up there themselves. And while the war rages between the young and the old, a little local business is doing some good for the average American citizen.
Krispy Kreme is giving away sweet rewards to vaccinated people. Anybody who shows a completed vaccination card at a Krispy Kreme location can get a free glazed donut.
Now, I don't know what politics are, but we shouldn't be leaving decisions like this up to small businesses. This is really gonna hurt their bottom line as a company. And I'm not looking forward to the price increases of their product when this is all over. I mean, imagine if you got a MacBook for free with every proof of every COVID vaccine. Tim Apple, I hope you read your Gmails because I've sent yet another good one to your inbox. How can any other company top them after that? I mean, free vaccinated Teslas? Elon, you're gonna own Mars. All right, might as well give us little guys a bit of that Tesla VIP status when I decide to pay $1,000 for a ticket to Mars. That'll be the day. Finally, I can leave you idiots behind for the stars. Krispy Kreme is changing lives, and when small businesses declare their promise to the consumer, they always knock it out of the park, with no hiccups whatsoever. So, don't be that guy late to the party, going through the drive-thru of your local Krispy Kreme. Don't toss your CDC card through the window for a donut on January 1st next year, mostly because next year's promotion is on kolaches. And with business up, Wall Street's booming. How do I know anything about Wall Street? Well, I don't, but my Twitter timeline does. This is the rabbit hole. Now, if you're a social media truth seeker, like yours truly, in order to follow the truth, you might need to dig deeper and deeper to find out more information. It's how I learned out that the Earth is actually flat. Yes, it's true. But the internet money runs through one gang. Yes, they are the most ruthless, most foul-mouthed group ever to set foot in Reddit, Wall Street Bets. I didn't believe it at first. A subreddit filled with the smartest people I've ever gazed my pupils upon. Financial literacy was never explained in such a simple way before. And it becomes addicting. Regular people turning hundreds of dollars into thousands. I mean, usually I don't think about YOLOing $100 I make from a minimum wage job into call options on a stock whose fundamentals are soundproof, but hey, maybe those words will make sense to me soon. For those faint of heart, be careful when you seek Wall Street Bets. Soon you will speak in rocket emojis, you'll want tendies more than anything, and you'll print that cash to the moon. Yes, it's exhilarating. Right now, let me just check how much I'm worth. I've never stepped foot in a GameStop, but I own 5 shares. Down 40%. Okay, so here's a reminder. Not all of the stock tips that FrenchFart93 tweets are gold mines. We have to take a quick break, and then we'll come back to talk to Dr. Farts about spring break and how to stay safe from the boomers. Welcome back, everyone. As we mentioned before, we were off for spring break last week, and of course, who doesn't enjoy a nicely timed spring break? It's that time to go to the beach, sit back, relax, put on your shades, and stare at all the girls or guys passing by while being right next to your significant other. Single people don't go to the beach, they go to Tinder. You want to make sure your spring break is successful? Well, here's our spring break expert, Dr. Farts, to tell you all the tips you need to plan a great spring break. Dr. Farts.
Hello, Dean. Nice to be back on the Battlegrounds with you.
Oh, no problem, Dr. Farts. We love having your bright knowledge on the show. Great to have you.
Dean, thank you. Your words, they warm my heart like jet fuel to steel beams.
Well, let's get straight to it, Doctor. What tips do you have for us to plan the best trip during this spring break?
Here's my first tip for you, Dean. If you book a trip on Airbnb right now, there will be a less likely chance to cancel in the future because of the ridiculous amount of fees that they'll charge you and all that. So if all your friends cancel on you at the very last minute, just look at it on the bright side. You'll have an entire house basically all to yourself for the week.
Well, that's a great tip, Dr. Farts.
All right, Dean. One of the questions I get asked the most is, what airline do you fly? The fellow spring breakers, the best airline is Spirit Airlines.
Spirit Airlines?
Yes, Spirit Airlines, Dean. That's what I said. They get you up and down pretty quickly. And here's a quote from a recent customer that gave it a 1 out of 5 stars. I booked my flight with Spirit Airlines a week in advance. The flight tickets were so cheap, I thought it was sketchy at first. But it turns out to be real. I could not travel anymore due to an emergency. I quickly canceled the trip way before the 24-hour cancellation, and they refunded me in a voucher. The voucher is valid only for the next 3 days, and I won't receive it until the next 3 weeks. What a deal, Dean. Wouldn't you say that's a great refund? If I had a slogan for Spirit Airlines, it would be cheap flights with hard crash and 100% refund.
Sounds like a great offer to me, and a good slogan.
Well, thanks, Dean. The last tip, though, is all about the insurance. Just save yourself some money. Don't even get insurance. Those cheap flights and hotels, no cancellation refunds. Don't even look at the policies, Dean. The spring break is all about taking risks and not playing it safe.
Wise words, Mr. Farts. Thank you for those great tips.
You're welcome, Dean. Y'all need another? This doctor's single and he's ready to mingle.
Thank you. That was Dr. Farts with his spring break tips. Stick around when we come back. We'll get right into how did I let it get this far? Addiction to the internet, or as I like to call it, a devotion to critical research, is coming under fire by the politically correct in their white coats. Experts claim that being too wrapped up in social media outlets can cause depression and anxiety and create the fear of missing out in your life. But here at the Battleground, we are challenging that claim. The politically woke will do anything they can to keep us from seeking out our own information, and their strategy this time is to push the lie that critical thinking and credible research is gonna make us sad. It makes your brain bigger. This is what we want. Staff here at the Battlegrounds are always self-educating with reliable information from Twitter, Reddit, and our aunts on Facebook. We know what it's like to dig deep and fact-check. I think these erroneous claims are out of hand. And these white-coated sheep are losing their integrity by doing too many case studies on too many people in too many states with too much data. This is gross disregard for the truth. Their findings are so convoluted with all this far-fetched data that these researchers are the example this week of things that make us say, how did I let it get this far? So, how did we let them spread disinformation to keep us uninformed? This is likened to other countries not educating their children about the German Holocaust. They are intentionally misleading us to hide pertinent information. But okay, I will give them this. It is perfectly acceptable, and even good, maybe, to have a little social media cleanse, but never lasting more than 24 hours. A 24-hour fast is long enough to help cleanse our bodies, and there is probably some science behind that, but you don't starve yourself for 3 months like these articles are suggesting we all do with the internet. And think of all the crucial news and information you're missing from your old high school quarterback on Twitter, the abundance of shared articles on Facebook and other forms of informal education, such as TikTok and ASMR videos. I'm here to debunk these claims, trying to get us to live in the dark ages, light a candle, and open up a book, because I am not letting it get that far. To start, these doctors and researchers at mental health facilities state that getting off social media can help improve sleep. Discovering that truth is what helps me sleep at night. All this talk about artificial blue light is having a negative effect on our sleep habits. It's all garbage. In fact, it keeps us awake. We actually have more time and alertness to dig for the truths that they're clearly hiding. I personally only sleep 3 hours a night, which is how I always are on top of the facts. I mean, coffee? Don't need it. I mean, I have 4 of these a day, and they keep me on top of my game, along with the Ritalin. These researchers say that we are losing our ability to connect with others on a personal level. They emphasize the importance of physical contact and personal relationships. Now, I don't know about the normies who believe this, but we know the coronavirus is still on the loose, claiming victims, and I am not about to integrate physical contact back into my life to replace my need for intimate connection with knowledge. I've never hugged anyone before, and I don't need to. My mother rejected me at an early age, but I've recovered fine. I am at peace with the fact that this camera is the thing that I have spoken to the most. I have a passion for and connection with finding truth and sharing it from a safe distance in my sterile studio. Our connection is more cosmic. Yeah? I feel very, very connected to you. And I hope you do too. Now, the next claim is that truth-seeking can generate anxiety. And I certainly don't think that this is true. I would get anxious too if I discovered that the 1% wants me to sterilize myself with a vaccine after I already do it. If we don't have the chance to do our research, we make the mistakes of our ancestors. Besides, any anxiety I have is cured by my ritual of meditating for 30 minutes a day while the NBC chimes play on a loop in the background. We'll be right back. That's it for this week's episode of The Battleground. Thank you to our spring break expert, Dr. Farts, the producers, our lovely crew, and you for watching. Remember, why read the news when you can be the one making it? Good night.